Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is. I'm back. And we knew this was coming, though, because I kind of spoiled the surprise and told you I was back. So, anyway, it doesn't matter. So, welcome to a Dimash double. We've got the bus rolling again. And first, before anything, and yes, even though I've been away, it still has to be done. You know it does. Every video. Well, every Dimash video, anyway. So, here we go. I pause too much, I talk too much. Now, if you don't like someone who pauses too much and talks too much, then with my love, blessings and respect, please feel free to move on to a reactor that will fit your specific requirements. Of course, I would like that to be me, but if it's not me and it's going to annoy you, somebody who talks too much and pauses too much, then you best move on. Because now I've said this, and it's your disclaimer, then don't go into my comments. Are you ready? Here comes the voice. Don't go into my comments saying, you pause too much, you talk too much. Because all I'll do is block you. I'll just ban you because you're silly. Because I've already told you that I do this. So don't tell me I do it if I've told you I do it, okay? Makes you look silly. So then I'll just ban you. Because that's what I do. Okay, so here we go. So what we got? Well, you've seen to the title, obviously. We have Adagio, of course, by Dimash. This is the what number is this? 6 or 7? I can't remember. It's like, what time is it? It's like 4 a.m. I can't count right now. Anyway, but we're going to carry on. So. Yeah, we've got Adagio, and secondly, we've got If I Never Breathe Again. Now, the voting was close. It's like, to start with, I thought we were going to get the Laura Fabian version of Adagio, because that got voted quite strongly to start with. Then If I Never Breathe Again came through, and I thought, oh, it's running away. And then right at the end, Mademoiselle Hyde was suggesting that started catching up. So in the end, it were like 2 votes in it or something like that. But yeah, so this is what won. So this is what we're going to do. Hope you enjoy it. So let's get into Adagio. Now, I'm looking forward to this one because I actually have heard the Laura Fabian version. Of course, I've never heard the Dimash version, but I've heard her version a few times, and it's a good version. It's a good version. There's not much when she sings it. There's not a lot of emotional attachment, or at least that's how I feel. So I don't know what Dimash is gonna do with the cover. Knowing Dimash, he'll still Dimashify it and turn it emotional. So I hope so, because it did. Even when Laura sang it, it was amazing, sang amazingly, but not much in the way of emotion into it. So anyway, let's see where this goes. Come on, Dimash, give me something here. Oh, lovely start, beautiful. And he's on the piano. You know, it's for me, I think there's 2 kinds of people on pianos. There's either people who sit there and they look like they belong on a piano, or there's them people who look like they've got 4 heads. You know, they just look weird on a piano. It's like that's about it. And he looks really good. He's got that look. It looks like it suits him. I like people to look like they should play that instrument, and that suits him. That's an interesting colour suit, but the piano suits him. I'm just peeking to make sure he's playing it. Give me a second. Okay, he were good. Very good.
I don't know where to find you. I don't know how to reach you. I hear your voice in the
way. As usual, I don't care about pronunciation of things. I don't judge his pronunciation. when I do my scores, because I think pronunciation's a weak thing to pick on to lose points or things like that. I do think from a point of view, it needs to be a bit stronger by now, but it won't be scored that way. And don't get me wrong, I can tell what he's saying, but it's like this is like his fourth or fifth song, well, better fourth now in competition, so should be a little bit stronger. But hey, he's got a lot on his plate. He's doing a lot of things, so learning a whole new language, especially English, it's a dumb language. So it's not an easy language, English, so I'll lay him off with that one. But it never goes on to score anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's carry on. He's enjoying it. Ooh, do. You see how he pulled that back? It just almost put brakes on that word. That he was just singing, then just like he slapped brakes on and just pulled that note back. Listen to this. Just pulled it back. Oh, that's what he does. You see, that's what conveys emotion. Things like that. It turns into almost like a whisper. And it becomes almost, it just puts emotion in. Damn, he's a master at that stuff.
Within my heart and my soul, I wait for you.
Lovely, nice. He plays with them notes beautifully. The thing is, though, that already there's a hell of a lot of emotion in this. This is what I want. Adagio is a beautiful song. It needs emotion. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure Lara Fabian sings that, and I'm sure, that it was just it might have just been the version I saw. I don't know, but I feel some people they've been singing for so long or been in the bag for so long they feel disconnected with songs. See, with Dimash, I feel like he looks for the emotion because it's just as important to him that's there for him. He doesn't do it just because he wants to make everybody else feel it. I think also it's important for him to feel it. So I think he wants that. But some singers who have been around a while doing these songs over and over again for years, they get to a point where it's like they don't find that emotion in it anymore, and it just becomes singing the song. Even though they sing it amazingly well, it's just becomes singing the song. But I can't imagine Dimash ever doing that because he seems to focus so strongly on emotion. Like I said, for the audience, but also for him, that I think he'll never stop looking. I love how he played with that. See, he's in his bag now. Of course, when I say he's in his bag, if you hear me say that, that basically means he's in his feels, he's in his feelings, he's deep in there. If I just say, oh, he's feeling that, or it's emotional, then that's, yeah, it is, but if I say he's in his bag, I mean he's gone deep. And that looked it. I mean, I love how he does that. He pulls mic out, it's easy, and, music picks up, but it's almost like it doesn't matter. He's in that moment, and that's where he takes us. That's beautiful. Kind of leans in. See, this is why I like Dimash, because I can look at a way he looks, a face he pulls, and and I don't know why, but I get in my mind just goes crazy on a look, like I'm trying to translate it, and like I said with SOS, I've said it a few times now. That one look he did that I paused it on that or through there. literally, I was on 4 days just trying to translate where that was going. Like, my mind was just trying to delve all sorts of different places to wonder where he was at that time. And it's things like this now where I look and I think, where is he? What's he seeing? Because he is singing, but his mind's in a place where he's took us. But where is it? What's he seeing? And it's amazing to see that. I mean, already I've seen more emotion. I'm not trying to compare. I don't want to compare. But it's like everybody has in their own right. But I think he just finds emotion in anything. He could find emotion. He'd find emotion in a wall. He could look at a wall just with white paint and find some emotion in it. That's how good he is at this, and he transfers it well. Anyway, let's carry on. Nice vibrato.
You'll be my heart's Adagio.
I love how I breathed into that. Adagio. Let's do it.
Be my heart's Adagio.
Just adds that bit of emotion into the word, makes the word heavier. You start to feel it more, it impacts you more, and it gets a bit deeper inside you. It's beautiful how he does it. You sing it just normally, it's nice, but it's that little bit lighter, a little bit airier. Put that weight into it, and it just impacts you that little bit harder. So he breathes into it. Adagio. Lovely.
You'll be my heart's Adagio.
Lovely, lovely.
Close my eyes and then away. But it won't be too bad. I grow so cold.
That was interesting. That was a shot of emotion that hit a bit hard for him. And he does it on the words, I fought so hard. Oh, he was feeling that line. You can understand it. It's a young lad who is in a competition with some really advanced and well-known singers. He's fighting tooth and nail. He's fighting tooth and nail to build himself up here and make himself known to the world. It's not easy. Just take a second and think of what you can do. We say it very calmly. Oh, you can do this many instruments, sing in this many languages, speak these many languages and all this. But if you think of his age and all the training he's doing, it's non-stop. He's always fighting. There's always another language to learn. There's always another song to learn. Always another instrument to play. And he tries to do it all. That is somebody who's always fighting. And he felt that line. He really is in his bag with this one. He's really enjoying this one. I mean, it's like, yeah, the hand movements are there, but with this, it's just, his mind's just really, really flowing with this one. I like it. It's a beautiful song. When I heard Laura Fabian sing it, I thought it was a beautiful song then. Again, I'm not going to compare because I find it disrespectful to both singers when you compare them. But yeah, this is really nice. Really, really nice. I think when you hear Dimash is going to do a cover of your song, you might as well just sit back and just take the fact that he's going to Dimashify it, and you're going to sit there going, wow. Yeah. You're either going to do it two ways. You're either going to get annoyed at him, or you're going to say, wow, that was amazing, and secretly wish you'd sang it that way. Nice run. Always does those really well. Just drop that melisma in there. Lovely. A bit of a belt there. I mean, it's like this song. There's a lot of. There isn't a. I mean, right now there hasn't been a lot in huge notes, which is great to see. I love to see someone controlled in a song. The hardest songs to sing for me are songs where you have to keep control because they're hard to sing. But I'll talk about that later. But for now, let's carry on. See, sorry, but I'm just saying, like I say, I don't score this, but it's kind of around this section. Sorry, that's my chair hates me. Around this section, he seems to lose. Sometimes he gets so much in the bag when he's singing it in his bag when he's singing in English, he starts to lose really most of pronunciation in him. And if you listen to this part, it starts to get really hard to understand him. Again, I'm not scoring on this, but the point is, I just want to say that, you know, there's always people like him are always going to have haters, and they'll pick on anything. I'm not saying it's got to be perfect, but it's like you give people an inch and they'll take it. So you need to close the doors to the haters. And that's why sometimes you'll see him move his mic around, because he's just doing he's trying to prove that he isn't using a backing track, it's really him singing live, because haters will be saying, nobody sings like that live, he's faking it. And you can bet there'll be people like, oh, he sings in English. You know, there's always going to be that. I've heard some reactors do it, where they've said, like, oh, his pronunciation. It's like, well, what's it matter? You know what I mean? But, again, it would help as he goes on if he I'm sure he gets better. I think he does. I've heard some of his later songs. But, yeah, it might be something that just needs to work on anyway. So let's carry on. But I mean, though, at the end of the day, he's a lot better now. I'm just pointing at this we're in 2017. And if we look at him in 2020, his English is a hell of a lot better. So all my comments now, if you compare him to how he is now, don't count for anything. But I'm just commenting on how it was at that point in time, 2017. And 2017, him, could really have done with being a little bit more advanced with this, English-wise. But is amazing. He's amazing now at singing in English. Anyway, let's carry on. He does a lot of that on this song, which is good, but he powers certain notes out and certain words out. I love to hear that because it shows his power in an explosive way. And it's we know he can do it. We know he can hit these high notes. We know he can do these powerful things. But it's good to hear because it shows at the same time a lot of control. Because when you power notes out, when you can explode them out, you're still having to supply the exact right amount of air. Otherwise, it sounds forced, and you'll either go over or under. Like you'll lose pitch, your pitch will go off. But he always hits it with that exact right amount of air, plus that exact right amount of breath into it, and it's beautiful. And it always comes out perfect. It's just it shows his control, which is really good to see. Because of course, control is always a big part of a singer. I loved him when he's in his chest, his tenor voice, because it's like he don't look like a big guy. I think some ways I would told he was 6'3", but he don't really look it unless you see him stood with other people. He looks like a kind of a thin-looking youth, but damn, when he hits that power note, it's like there's just so much power there. Anyway, let's go. You know what's coming. Well, let me get my timer. You know what's coming. I've got to do it. Come here, timer. We have to check that. No, I mean, up at the top of my head, I'm thinking it was right. You're going to hear some beeps. Beep. No, it's not. There we go. Right. I'm guessing it's around about 15 seconds. That's what it felt like. But I need to know. Okay, I got it this time. I said it was about 15 seconds, and actually it was 15 seconds. That's impressive. I mean, you want to realise how much... It's like we were talking about that 22 second that he did. I think it was Simple Passion. It's like, you got to realise how much air he's letting out. Yeah, I mean, I think I heard someone say, I can't remember who it was, but he said something like, well, I can hold my breath for that long. Yeah, but he isn't holding his breath. He's letting his breath out. And he's powering it out because he's doing like a belt, and it's like you've got to put a lot of air in. So the amount of air he needs to intake into his body to be able to keep that going for so long is incredible, incredible. And look at the reaction she had. It's like she's having an original religious experience. Oh, it's just. Okay, which I think most of us were. Anyway, let's carry on. I think he just went down to his knees again. He does like it on his knees. That sounds... Don't matter. Let's carry on. I'm not going there. That could be taken wrong. Oh dear, let's go. Oh. I do love it when you see him putting everything in. It makes me feel like that. It's, I feel like I've got my money's worth. It's like it's this kind of thing when you see someone putting their heart and soul and blood, sweating. Well, not bloody breathing, but you know what I mean, like sweat and tears and everything's going in. It's like it's great to see, and he does this. He has no fear of just throwing everything he has into it. He doesn't hold anything back. He doesn't care. I know there's some people that try and always look great while they're singing and that smile and that. He don't care. He'll pull ugly face. He doesn't care about pulling ugly face when he sings a note, and I love that. I used to always pull ugly face. Well, I think I do it anyway. It's just natural. But he does it. I just love to see somebody who throws everything in. He'll throw himself down to the floor. He'll just get low and just start really yelling into it. I love it. I do. That's a performance. That's a showman. Oh, there it goes. It's tired. Look at him. You can see he's drained. He's put everything into this one. And you can see there that when he just kind of looks, he's like, oh, I've done it. I've got through to end it. He's put everything into this performance. You did a good one, Dimash. You did a good one, kid. So come on, let's finish it off. And of course, it finishes off on the soprano notes, which is the first time he used them through that whole song. Wow. That was incredible. That was incredible. That's what, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you, that's a 10. I think you probably guessed, but definite 10. So yeah, wow. I love that. Okay, so that was everything I wanted to see in a song. That's how you do it. I'm guessing he got high on that one. Maybe I'd give him a first for that one. That performance was just incredible. Not just, like I said, I'm more of an emotion-driven person more than the lyrics or even the voice. And emotionally, that was wow. That was impressive. And like I say, he puts everything in, and it's just all is driving everything forward. And then at the end, it's just drained from it. But that's because it's the one constant push. Everything just is thrown in from start to finish. Anyway, so that was amazing, that one, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to jump to the next song, so let's get there now. Okay, so here we are. If I Never Breathe Again. Now, I don't know if I stopped the video too quickly for Adagio. If there was stuff I missed, then I'm sorry. I was talking to a friend the other day, and I said to them, if Dimash ever decides he wants to stop singing, it could be a florist. With all the flowers he gets, he could open his own shop. He could, honestly, and he just stock it for a year. He does one song and gets enough flowers to stock a shop for a year. It's amazing. But yeah, I don't know if you got anything on end of that. I'm sorry if I missed it. But like I said, I want to get into this, and I think I was a bit long on that one. I see, just because I've just come back, I've lost my touch. I think that one was quite a long reaction, so I'm just going to get into this. So this one, If I Never Breathe Again, I think this is one that he sings in. I think I was told he sings this one in every concert, and this is one he sings for like his message to the Deers, which is always a beautiful thing for a singer to do for the fans. To have a song that they dedicate to them. Not just a song, because they can do it for any song. This is my fans, and have different songs, but actually take one song on that you say, yeah, this is for you. Okay, and I think that's always nice. So let's get into it and see what it's like. Start.
If I could stop the world from turning, you should know I tried.
Can I just say before we go any further, you see, now this is better English. You see, because I can understand this clearly. I mean, and he seems like, and I actually like what he's wearing. It looks good on him. I mean, it wouldn't look good on me, but it looked good on him. So there you go. Let's carry on. Ooh, and lovely. I like that note. Just that it's kind of like. It's kind of look. It's like kind of like telling everybody to look, your attention, and then just boom, everybody look at me because we're delivering it, or everybody listen. It's just there to pierce through, and just get everybody look interested in him. Look at me. It's not like anybody into anyway. Everybody's looking at him anyway. But it's just a beautiful note that just resonates there for a second before he starts delivering next part.
And if I could stop your heart from burning till the...
What's this? What's this thing? Get this off it. Shoot it. Get off the screen. Why do they keep putting dirty things up like that when it's distracting? Mind you, I'm being just as much distracting, but honestly, that's just distracting. Get that thing off the screen.
Of time.
Why is it that people keep creeping on stage? We've got this white thing here, and then we've got this person here. And last time, on that other song, when that mist walked way round, we had all them women who were in the nightwear just kind of hiding in smoke. Now, lights are low, and we've got an ninja background. It's like, what is this? Why do people keep creeping on? Go, you go too. Leave. Just go away. Just want to watch him. Would everybody just go? Distractions.
If I never breathe again, you should always know. If this ever comes to
See, told you, Ninja. Look, he's doing his karate moves.
this ever comes to I couldn't ask for more, no. I won't ask for more.
Queso, go away. Just get off. Go away. Sorry, but it's just distracting me. These things keep popping up. Okay, I'm going back a few steps because I want to. I was a bit distracted, and so I want to catch up. I'm sorry. Let's carry on because this is a beautiful song. This is a beautiful song.
Comes to I couldn't ask for more, no. I won't ask for more. If I could stop the sky from falling, make them up.
Why have they made some kind of weird flailing human sculpture? Just okay, I'm not. I'm just carry on. Don't get distracted by the ninjas, Michael. Keep going.
From falling, make them mountains move. I'd get to you, even if it means crawling.
What I'm noticing about this song is that it's not going, and I think some of you mentioned it in comments that not many react to this song because there's not a lot of the vocal acrobatics that he usually does. But that's why I love this song, and that's why I'm enjoying this song, because it's beautiful. Now the point is, there's a blueprint usually that to how songs work. Obviously, usually it starts softly or subdued or whatever, then it builds and it builds crescendos up to the power and loudness and fanfare kind of thing, and then it'll either finish one or two ways, which is where it'll be finished on a massive note where it's powered out, or it'll be brought back down to gentle and just drift off. That's how it usually works. But when a song comes in where it starts subdued, lifts up a little bit, and then just stays there, that's magical. That's control. Because everything think of the power that he's got, the range he's got, and it's all screaming to burst out of him, all screaming to be heard and move forward. But yet, no, it keeps it controlled. It's amazing. I love to see this kind of thing. I love to see singers when they have to control themselves and keep it and still make it interesting, still make it something everybody wants to hear. Because people usually want to hear these high notes. They want to hear these power notes. But I want to hear control. I want to hear emotion. I want to hear softness. And this has that. This is a treat. This is a treat.
To you, even if it means calling, just so I call to know. If I never breathe again, you should always know.
Jacobs, do we look like we need you? This was just good, and then you come on. Nobody wants a Jacobs. Go.
And if we had the chance to do it all again, I wouldn't change a thing. I might bet, but I'd never. But if I never breathe again, you should always know.
Ooh. Look at that. Ah, it's beautiful, that face. Hey, feeling that, aren't you, kid? I know. I can see it. I can see it. I get caught up on weird things, I'm sorry.
I love you, dear.
Oh, dear. Oh, pause. Oh, it was so wholesome, that finish. I liked it. I love you, dears. Oh, I enjoyed that. That's one of my favourite songs now. Where's that one coming in? It's probably up there with About Love We Autumn Strong, just behind Simple Passion. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful song. That's a hugely strong 10. Strong 10. I can see why you guys love that song. It's beautiful, and the control all the way through. There's no real power notes. It never goes into his soprano. It just stays. He's never really powering even his chest voice. Everything is just sang on a certain pitch, and it's just he plays and with the dynamics. That's all he does. Just plays the dynamics. It's a masterclass in dynamics. He just moves the notes about, changes the pitch a little bit, and he just sits in this pocket all the way through. And it's a beautiful song. And I get caught up on facial expressions. It's like, oh, look at that, wow. And all I did was lift his eyes, but I felt that. And it's like, I feel good. But that's how you're supposed to feel. So you're supposed to feel with a song like that. That was different. The emotion there were different. You could tell that meant something. It weren't him just feeling a song. It was him feeling the context of it. Because it was for the Deers. And you could tell it mattered. It mattered more. How incredible. And of course, let's not forget, it did survive the ninjas. And that's important. Because like the weird smoke women, there were one second there were one of them, then there's like 30 in background, and just there were a lot of ninjas in background, but they never got to him. So he not only did all that, but and delivered a beautiful song, but he survived the ninjas, and that's something also to be applauded. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll try and cut this down because I have a feeling I'm a bit out of touch and I've gone over. But you said you don't mind, so we'll have to see. I will test that. You said you don't mind. I will test that. Okay, I'm going to go. So thanks for watching. And I will see you hopefully again soon. I hope you enjoy this reaction. If you do, then I better do this part. Then if you do, remember, if you want to, you click a like. I don't mind. It's up to you. And, of course, if you want to click the subscribe button, if you're listening and you decide that you do want to listen to Crazy Me again, then maybe click that and I'll be grateful. So, anyway, thank you all. You take really good care of yourselves. Love you all. Bye for now.